another breaking update coming in from Tamil Nadu. We are learning that K. Annamalai has resigned from the party is what we're learning so far. In the last few days, we have seen back and forth to the national capital, meeting with the Union Home Minister and also with the BJP president as well. They tried to pacify him to not leave the party, but we're learning that Annamalai has resigned from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Let me get you more details and go across to my colleague Pragya, who's been tracking all the details. Pragya, this was expected. We are learning at this point in time that K. Annamalai has resigned from the party.
Absolutely, Akanksha. This was expected. In fact, if you remember yesterday itself, Mr. Annamalai said that he will be taking to social media, openly saying whatever he wants to say. He will be discussing, seeking suggestions from his supporters, etc. And he will also be addressing a press conference in Chennai today. There had been a lot of negotiations in past 2-3 days. Mr. Annamalai was in Delhi. He met Mr. Amit Shah. He met Nitin Nabin as well. There was also summoning of State President of BJP Tamil Nadu, Mr. Nagendran, to Delhi to resolve the issues between the two. But it looks like that nothing worked out because BJP wanted him to be in the party's fold. But Mr. Annamalai has different views as far as the politics of Tamil Nadu goes. And there were many grievances also that Mr. Annamalai had voiced in these meetings. We are given to understand from our sources. Despite all the BJP denials, because Nana Nagendran yesterday itself said there is no resignation by Mr. Annamalai, but it has been in fact accepted by Mr. Nitin Nabin today morning. And when 12 o'clock, Mr. Annamalai take to social media and also address a press conference, he will be speaking about his future vision about the state and his kind of politics. The movement that he wants to start, we are given to understand. Whether it is a big loss for the party or not, obviously yes, because party believe that his charisma in the youngsters was well accepted and acknowledged by the party as well. They would have wanted Mr. Annamalai to spearhead that particular movement while being in the party fold, but it looks like there are a lot of differences between the state unit and Mr. Annamalai, and Mr. Annamalai wanted to pursue his own path and wanted to do politics and the movement on his own terms. And there was no middle path, it looks like, and in fact the negotiations that he had in these past 2 days also failed with the party leadership.
So it remains to be seen what the next steps will be. Will he form his own party? Something that remains to be seen. Stay on with us, Pragya. I'll come back to you once again. Let me go across to my colleague Sagrika, who has the resignation letter of K. Annamalai.
Actually, Akanksha, this is not the resignation letter. This is the acknowledgement of the resignation from the Bharatiya Janata Party. So the confirmation of the resignation of K. Annamalai, the former Tamil Nadu BJP president, is coming in from the BJP. A one-para acknowledgement letter, and the letter says that the national president of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Shri Nitin Nabin, has accepted the resignation submitted by Tamil Nadu's ex-state president, Shri K. Annamalai, from the primary membership of the party. The date is 5th of June, so it's official. And Times Now is first to break the news of the confirmation of Annamalai's resignation from the BJP. The BJP has accepted the resignation that was submitted to the national president of the party. And like you rightly said, Akanksha, the next move becomes very, very important. There's intense speculation. At 12 noon today, Annamalai will be engaging in what he calls an open discussion, an open conversation via social media, and maybe we'll get to know what he's planning to do next. There's a lot of speculation over 2-3 scenarios, 2-3 possibilities. Many are talking about how he could first plan a people's movement, and maybe after seeing the kind of response coming into the people's movement, could start a party. So yes, all eyes are now going to be on Annamalai. 12 o'clock via social media, he'll be engaging with people, and then we might get to know his version as to why he's taken this decision and what he's planning next.
Absolutely. We'll get clarity on what was the reason behind this resignation. Thanks so much, Sagrika, for getting us all those details. Let me also go across to Dharani, who's been tracking all the details from Tamil Nadu. Dharani, K. Annamalai, as expected, he has tendered his resignation. Take our viewers through what is the likely reason behind the resignation.
Well, the reason is quite obvious. Annamalai has been upset that he's been sidelined in the party for the past 1 year. He was made to step down from the state president role in April 2025. So it's been more than 1 year and he has not been given a new responsibility or a new role. Even during the 2026 election campaigns here in Tamil Nadu, Annamalai's role was very restricted. He was allowed to campaign only in a few districts and a few assembly constituencies. His campaign was not statewide. And in fact, Annamalai was very much against the idea of BJP forging an alliance with the ADMK. Right from the beginning, he had advised the central BJP High Command to not forge an alliance with the ADMK. But despite his suggestions, the central BJP leadership decided to form an alliance with the ADMK, and their alliance performed very poorly in the recently concluded assembly elections. The ADMK BJP couldn't even become the primary opposition alliance here in Tamil Nadu. That was the kind of performance that they displayed during the assembly polls here. So considering all this, now Annamalai feels that his scope in the BJP is not much, and that in the coming months and years also, if he continues in the BJP, he will not have a bright political future, is what he feels at this point in time, and that is why he has decided to quit the Bharatiya Janata Party. But the bigger question now is what is going to be next for Annamalai. Today around 12 p.m. he will be speaking to his supporters and followers through various social media platforms, and during this conversation, Annamalai is expected to make his decision official about what is going to be his future course of action. Is he going to immediately launch a political party, or is he going to launch a political movement that will subsequently be turned into a political outfit? All these questions will be answered by Annamalai around 12 p.m. today in his conversation with his followers and supporters. So all eyes will now be at the 12 p.m. conversation.
All right, so all eyes will be on that social media address by K. Annamalai at 12 o'clock. In just another 1 hour, we'll know what was the reason behind this, because Annamalai was deeply upset with the party leadership. He felt that he no longer had any scope or future role within the Bharatiya Janata Party. For the last 1 year, the party had not given him any sort of significant responsibility in the state or a new role, which had left him extremely disappointed. Let me also go across to my colleague Pragya, who's been tracking details from the national capital. Pragya, in the last few days, we have seen back and forth in the national capital. He met with the Union Home Minister, with BJP President as well. They tried to pacify him, make him understand that he would be given some sort of role in the party and that he should not tender his resignation. Was the party not able to pacify the situation, not able to make him understand and ask him not to leave the party?
Absolutely. In fact, BJP never wanted him to leave the party, and it doesn't augur well for the BJP that a youngest, state president ever in the BJP, leaves the party, especially at a point when he was, making, sounds and right kind of noises in the state where BJP does not have any foothold as such. But it is also the reason why Mr. Annamalai came to Delhi. He wanted to part ways on a mutual terms. He also wanted to air his grievances as far as the party leadership is concerned in the state. There were many, discords between the state unit and Mr. Annamalai, because Mr. Annamalai wanted to, have a political movement and wanted to do politics in the state in a very different format apart from the organization. And this is exactly what was the tipping point between the leaders in the state and also Mr. Annamalai. When Mr. Annamalai came to Delhi, he wanted to air these grievances and also wanted to know if there can be a consensus and cordial resolution to this issue. However, he was also ready to part ways with the party, and he came with that intention only. It is after meeting Mr. Amit Shah that he stopped short of putting his resignation out the very same day. He was going back to Chennai on the same day, but he was called back to have another meeting with Mr. Nitin Nabeen and sort out issues. But what we are given to understand from the BJP is that there had been a lot of negotiations also, but the kind of demands obviously that was put out by Mr. Annamalai, and also the sort of leadership, the kind of organization that BJP has, they always put organization above a person. So whether these kind of demand can be met, because this could have set a precursor also for other state presidents as well, and the leaders who might want to do a different kind of politics in the state. This all was taken into consideration, but it looks like that BJP, though wanted him to be in the BJP fold, but if he wanted to leave, BJP has no option but
to let him go. And this is exactly what we are seeing today. Mr. Nitin Nabin has accepted his resignation.
All right.
And we will be hearing from Mr. Annamalai very soon when he takes to social media, when he discusses with his supporters why, his vision for the state, what made him, go a different path. He had seen, the phenomena that Vijay had become, and also the kind of politics that the Tamil Nadu, electorate would want now. So he had challenged DMK in the past with very sharp attacks on DMK,
right.
But it looks like that he is a different contender now, which is Mr. Vijay. So BJP is also okay if you want to leave the organization. We wanted you to be in the party, but if you want to leave, you can go on your ways and you can explore and also experiment with your kind of politics. And it looks like that there could have been a cordial separation between the two.
Absolutely. BJP tried to pacify him, but that clearly did not work. It remains to be seen how the parties there in Tamil Nadu react to this, because he was not very happy with the alliance of the Bharatiya Janata Party with AIADMK. So it remains to be seen how the parties there in Tamil Nadu react to this development. The top story is that K. Annamalai has tendered his resignation from the Bharatiya Janata Party. We'll continue to get you more updates on this. But before we take a short break, let me go across to Manikam Tagore of the Congress Party. Thank you so much, sir, for connecting with us. How do you look at the resignation of K. Annamalai after a lot of back and forth to the national capital? Now he has finally tendered his resignation. We'll try and reconnect that line with Manikam Tagore of the Congress Party. But at this point in time, the biggest update is that K. Annamalai has quit the Bharatiya Janata Party. With this, a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.